Good evening, children. It's me, Appalonia. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. And you know on Sundays, it's Bible story night, isn't it? The one we're going to do tonight is Jonah and the big fish. The story is set in a time where there was a great empire to the north of the land of Israel, the Assyrian Empire. Its capital city was Nineveh. People said that the Ninevites were the wickedest in the world. This is how the story goes. Jonah was a prophet. He brought people messages from God. One day, God had a message for him. Jonah, I want you to go to Nineveh. I've heard that its people are very wicked. Go and tell them just how bad they are. Jonah was not pleased. I'm not going to Nineveh, he said to himself. The people of Nineveh don't deserve any warnings. I'm off somewhere else. So he hurried down to the town by the sea. One of the ships in the harbour was about to sail to faraway Spain. Tried to go as far as he could. I'd like to pay for a trip there, please, said Jonah to the captain. The captain shrugged. A paying passenger, why not? Jonah settled down on the ship and smiled. Soon he would be far from Nineveh as it was possible to get. He'd be so far away that God wouldn't be able to make him do anything. How foolish is that? The boat set sail. Jonah watched the land disappear. He watched the sky go dim. He watched the stars come out. Time for sleep, he thought, happily. But when Jonah lay sleeping, a wind began to blow. The blowing became a gale. Soon a storm was tossing the boat up and down on huge, crashing waves. We're going to sink, cried the sailors. Throw the cargo out and make the boat lighter. All that time, Jonah was sleeping in a snug corner. Wake up, shouted the captain. Pray to your God to save us. The sailors were getting more and more scared. This is a strange storm, they thought. It is the sort that means that someone here has done something very wrong and their God is punishing them. They made everyone draw lots to find out who was the troublemaker. Jonah's name came up. You! They shouted accusingly. What have you done? Running away, said Jonah. From Nineveh. Well, from God, actually, he sighed. It's my fault, he admitted. Throw me into the sea and you'll all be safe. Well, we don't have to go as far as that, said the sailors. No, you must, replied Jonah, and in the end they agreed. Don't blame us, God, they cried, as they heaved him overboard. The storms stopped, the sailors were safe, and Jonah sank down, down, down into the deep. The end, thought Jonah. But just as he thought he could hold his breath no longer, a huge fish came and swallowed him whole. Inside the fish, Jonah had time to think. This is no ordinary fish, he said to God. This is your fish. Please save my life, and I will do what you want. The fish took Jonah to a beach and spat him out onto dry land. Jonah knew better than to disobey God twice. He went straight to Nineveh. Here is a message from God, he announced. God has seen your wicked ways. God is going to destroy your city. Oh dear, said the people, we've been found out. Oh dear, said the king, that man is right. We must change our ways. We must say sorry to God. Perhaps God will forgive us. The king ordered everyone to pray to God, saying how sorry they were for all the bad things they had done. Jonah was very angry. I knew what you were up to, he shouted to God. You always forgive people who say they're sorry. Well, I'd rather die than see the Ninevites forgiven. Wow, that's bitterness. Jonah went out of the city and found a place where he could be all by himself. He made a little shelter. God made a plant grow right by the shelter. It had big green leaves and gave Jonah some nice cool shade. See, even though Jonah went the opposite way to where God had sent him, and even though Jonah didn't want the Ninevites to be forgiven, when he walked off in a huff, God still gave him shelter. Said Jonah as he fell asleep. He breathed as he slept peacefully. The next morning, a worm came and ate some of the plant, and the leaves wilted in the sun. This is awful, complained Jonah. I'm dying of heat and my poor plant is ruined. Oh, so you're upset about a plant, are you, said God. Well, if you can care about a plant, I can care about Nineveh. I love Nineveh. I love its people. I love the children and I love the animals. That's the kind of God I am. So that was about Jonah, who disobeyed. But even though he disobeyed, God still saved him. But in the end, he still had to do what he had to do. So I hope you have a lovely evening and please have a blessed week. You take care. God bless. Bye.
All books read by Appalonia The Storyteller are now available on No Ordinary Bookshop website on www.noordinarybookshop.co.uk. See you there!